Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great ministry who rule well. Salutation to Yakim, who pushing his students inside to the four corners of the earth. To the one to awkward to still be obedient to the husband. Hey, brother Howard Finich, EMS Prophetic Vibration Camp. Back on our lesson to the spirit and power, Yahweh Shai. Shai. As we see here, rapper Takeoff was reportedly shot and killed in Houston. So, this rapper here, being a part of the Migos, I think he was the cousin to one of the next Migos and an uncle or something like that, or a nephew to the next one. But as I was taking in some clips, these niggas was in the house of mood. These niggas, they enjoying their life in Esau Queendom. They living for that bag, and as the music they promote, is more on street violence, killing, guns, adultery, and hey, you can name it, you can name it how much wickedness they be pushing in their music, a lot of evilness, a lot of wickedness, even in their music videos, a lot of enchantments, because they doesn't be the ones behind the music video. They might probably one or two idea within it, but the record label, and going back into the higher elites and all of them, because it's everything which is bring a program to hire your the youths for nowadays days in these timing, had them hypnotized with these wickedness, all these enchantments, all these witchcraft, these sorceries, because all that we having in there, you'll be seeing a snake crawling out for a bush, you'll be seeing symbols, you'll be seeing people with like demons in the videos. So all these things they're portraying in this time, because we knowing that Esau Edom behind all this. All of them, all these artists who get a buck break for the record label, to push that to be a celebrity. To that celebrity, I was pushing wickedness, and that was going back into a video we do. The foolishness of this world, you getting rewarded to be foolish. You're being rewarded to be a fool. You understand? That's why you don't say my people are sottish churn. They are stupid, foolish. So yet use this big rapper, going back to the headline here, he's a big rapper, but yet, you playing dice. You going in Houston, Texas. You don't hear we're going with this nigga Pop Smoke, with this other ex-Tashi, whatever it's called him. You be hearing what's going on with these other rappers, but yet or you feel like they're untouchable, because of the rolling with 2-3 other vehicles, they feel like, nobody can touch you. But yet are they going in a tongue where surrounded by killers, by drug dealers, by pimps, and all of them have only same stat chains and band and banner and watch, and just as out there. They looking like these rappers just as out there, but they is killers. So you playing dice amongst killers and feel because you singing badness, that means you bad, you wicked, you evil. They should fear you, but hey, the Lord in control of all spirits. So the Lord make sure that on that things are Halloween night, the Lord send you back up in the spiritual realm. He was one of the niggas who buy the dust, being wicked, and as the scripture says, I'm bringing out one time. I want to preach about this God up, because hey, I ain't gonna tell you, when I was in the world, this is one of the niggas I was to be taking in me, go to taking the music and stuff, but not to I extend that I could follow where they were singing and be behind it, like how these GXs be behind music. No, I wasn't in that spirit. Thank to Allah, about Shimon Shai that, he had me, not falling for too much of things in this world. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 17. It say, be not over much wicked, neither be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. And here what it say, neither be thou foolish. So they're being foolish, because we know as men of the Lord, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability at the time we're living in. We know that wickedness, going back into the book of Matthew, I think it's 24, the hearts of many waxed cold, we knowing that, hey, it's demons out there, you can't go out there and want to dice with outside killers and robbers. You have all these thousands or millions, whatever you have, but yet you want to go up and gamble. And gamble for what? And that gonna bring what? Contention. That gonna bring what? Spirits. That gonna bring jealousy, envy, hate. Even if you win or you lost, that gonna bring spirits. So what you doing unto yourself now? You go in and surround yourself with a host of demons. You being a demon also, and these other demons say, hey, time for you to take you back up in the spiritual realm. And I think it's one affiliate or members, whoever it is, was shooting wild, and he got straight bullet ahead. And after when the other sides had a shoot back, he pick up a next shot. So it's to show you that, hey, he was predestinated to kick the bucket. He was predestinated to go. Because why? He was being over much wicked by promoting all these wickedness in their music, all this killing, and they ain't killing nothing. They being killed. Imagine they promoting music and pushing this agenda, to be, a killer, and to be, running down after these drugs and popping pills and all this shit. But yet, all these things you pushing, but yet you ain't really doing, You might be doing some, but the majority of it you ain't really doing. It's just cloud chasing and have the whole, your audience, all your I can't even call them sheep, because they just goats. All these two-thirds and these heathens, they go, there's like goat behind you. Yeah, so you be in that wicked grass. They just eating up all the bullshit you speaking, all the bullshit you promoting, But being a two-third in the world, having money, you have to have some kind of, understanding to know that way. I cannot be amongst these killers and these drug dealers and these pimps as a artist, amongst them. I can be gambling and whatever it is. Even though I hear he was amongst them and he wasn't really quiet. He was quiet in a corner, and Quavo was the one who was gambling and was getting him pocket brick, and it ended up stirring up a little contention, and everybody jump up on the straight bullets and a pelt, and he was the one who got take out. As he named take off, he could have take off, but he could not take off from judgment. All that take off. You can't take off from judgment when the Lord say, hey, come here, back in the spiritual realm, hey, another one by the dust. What you do for the Lord? What was your purpose on earth? Being wicked? So that's what the scripture says in Ecclesiastes 7 verse 17. Say, be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? So that will go on there. He even know that was the time. He's thinking that, he high in a corner, he just there, and my eyes take off as a big celebrity, and ain't no that straight bullet is straight ahead, a straight bullet straight ahead. Because that doesn't show you that, hey, the Lord is not a respecter of person. Down to a 2-year-old in some months. What you go on in South Korea, the incident where we are 100 and some people being stampeded, to death, 100 injured. The Lord bringing judgment on what day? I think it's in Chicago, 40 shootout. I think 6 death. The Lord, he saw on that day, doing all his enchantments, all his sacrifice, sending out all these demons of blood. So around the 4 corners of the earth, the Lord just, hey, these demons just taking lives. Because why? They promoting a wicked vibration. So after you pushing a wicked vibration, what coming after that? Death. So I'll bring all this precept here. This is a short video through the Spirit and Power about Shimon Shai. And just, I just seen, I would do a little something on it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 4. And it reads, it says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets. I was going on point one time. When the song of the grinding is low. So hey, we know now we're headed in that time where the economy, where everything is gonna crash. Everything is headed at north. So when all these things, food price going up, hardly having markets up, hardly having meat, fish, on the streets is chaos, go street empty, we're gonna be going, we're gonna be happening. They say, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. So all these celebrities, all the all the Chris Brown, all the Migos, all the Nicki Minaj, Khaled, just call all these artists, all of them gonna be all the music gonna be brought low. Nobody have no time to be listening no music. Nobody have no time for no concert. Nobody have no time, because why? It's farming, it's pestilence, it's death on the land. So they ain't gonna have no money coming behind their music. They ain't gonna have no performance to go and perform, no concert, Cause the Lord is turning it up. But you go on with the next one, the Travis Scott, demon is jumping through the crowd. It's the same thing going around, in Babylon right now. And every party, Halloween party, there's demons jumping around. We're going in South Korea with the stampede and everybody, crushing and walking over people. All this is the Lord will make all these things to happen, because why? Wickedness have greatly polluted the earth. So if wickedness have polluted the earth, we're gonna be roaming to and fro. The demons, Satan and his minions, these demons on the left hand side, the Lord will be praying out, also to try the men of the Lord also. So we'll be going through trial daily, while these two-thirds of them getting trial and getting put to that one time. Because why? They don't have that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's why the Lord tell the men of the Lord, his saints, his servants, his friends, he say, hey, it's like he say, he said, he said, blessed is the meek, and he also say, let wisdom and knowledge be the stability at the time you're living in. So we know in that to use wisdom, to agree with that adversary quickly, though anger is in the bosom of fools. So we don't know to get angry, I'm not going to get it's as the scripture say get angry, but sin not. Even towards our brother, the sun go down and you have a vexation and spirit on our brother, or envy or malice on our brother. No. You come out and sit down with a bottle of wine, or pull our brother once and take a drive, or go and eat something good with our brother in a restaurant, whoever it is, and you come out and tell him whoever it is, Don't be like these two-thirds who go in and gamble with our house and who don't even know who they surrounding themselves by. And we as men and Lord, in this time, we can't be surrounding ourselves with two-thirds. We can't be surrounding ourselves with killers, with pimps, with drug lords. We have to separate ourselves. Separate ourselves from the ungodly. The Lord say a conversation must be holy. So if you have a conversation with a ungodly man, what kind of conversation going to be? Is it going to be a righteous conversation? It's going to be a carnal or worldly conversation? So you're surrounding yourself with men of the Lord. We can have a conversation on things above. Because they where your mind supposed to be on things constructive. As a man of the Lord, things constructive is focusing on your salvation with fear and trembling, focusing on things above. Where Yahweh Hashem Shai sitting on the right hand side of Yahweh. They were supposed to be focusing your mind on. So let me see if I have a little small preach up again through the spirit and power of Hashem Shai. I just bring all this little video to the spirit because hey, we at a time where the Lord is turning it up. The Lord is turning it up. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 14, verse 11. It says, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown, but the tabernacle of the upright shall flourish. And as we see in Esau, queendom is going down. We see all these small hats, coming up and saying they are the real Jews. And we know all that bullshit. We know that there is the synagogues of Satan. If they being the real Jews, they had to go and sacrifice their own self in their synagogues. How they gonna take their own self? That'll show you that hey, they can't come against him and the Lord with no bullshit. You know, they can't come against him and I, Lord, with all their changing of the landmarks and no, we know you are Edomites, we know you are Amalekites, we know that you have a judgment coming. We know you are the targeting us. We know you own majority of all the banks, all the companies. We know you're the one who run the world. We know you're the one who going back to the lineage of Esau Edom. So no matter where you hide and no matter where you try to do, you cannot come against him and I love with no bullshit. We come out here to war, you know, to pull along your heel spiritually by to reveal all your all your inventions, all where you try, we speaking it out, you know. That's why Lord say he despise the hands of the crafty, you know, that they cannot work out the enterprise. That's what we paraphrase in the scripture. I think it's John Job 5:12, you know. You don't wanna despise it. So by we as men and Lord, we exposing you all. We exposing you all and you know, hey, you take the land, you know, where you in right now, you know, in America, in Babylon, in Greek, you come on and what you do, you come on as a covenant breaker, you rape, rob and murder our brothers and sisters, the Gadites, you know, and take their land. And now you wanna do the whole the same thing. You wanna come on and have your embassies in the four corners and you take all their resources. Hey, you getting sought out, you know, and 2/3 of our people wanna follow that same vibration. By what? By doing as they tell them to do. They tell them, all right, go and sing about killing on the block. Come out here, 2, 3, 4, 5 crates of AK. Go and shout out on the block. You know, a heroin you will sell, and all you just doing is for a bar. They even buck breaking you still, and you still wanna push up yourself. You being mind controlled. You being programmed. You know, you being docile for these elites. You know, for these small hats going down, and this be they have a simple little Edomite controlling the scene, but we know who's the bigger picture in the background. You know, but we knowing that hey, the house of the wicked shall be overthrown. So we see Esau Edom house getting overthrown, and these tutors who join with Esau Edom, they again take it out. Like the nigga take off, he again take off. You know, he again take off from the map. Right now in the spiritual realm. You know, so going down to verse 12, it say in Proverbs 14, it say, there is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof the way of death. Right? So to he it seems us good to jump in there in a nice vehicle to go and go to Texas, Houston, and go and play dice up in a mall, and you know, have that woman flocking around and feeling like you on top, you some kind of god on earth, and ain't knowing that you is just a frail body in the flesh. You just a frail human. You someone who can get paper cut, who get a grass cut, who get bullet to head and get take out. You know, and that will go on. The Lord take him out. You know, because why? You know, he feel that you know all what he was doing, it seems right. All the wickedness he was promoting, all the evil he was all his enchantments he putting on the people, you know, and to have them in their minds that are running down things that the world vanity and lust. You know, the Lord take out that nigga. You know, that's why it say, but the end thereof are the way of death. So you die for just by being an audience, by watching, you know, the next rapper Quavo, Campbell. You were just in the midst watching the scene, smoking up on a high up or under some pillow, some shit, and you get straight bullet to the head, lie down and a dead body dead, you know, motionless. You know, you don't take you back up in that spiritual realm. So we say all praise to Yahweh Bashim or Shai Bashim or Kakwadash. This is just a lesson for all these rappers to learn. I think the next one designer, but I put up the video, he crying in the video. He crying. He say he done with the rap, he done with singing. You know, he crying. You know, because hey, the Lord is bringing it out. The Lord is revealing all these wickedness. The Lord is bringing it out on a high scale. The Lord is bringing judgment on a high scale also. What you going on on that so-called demon holiday? Holiday. It's a holiday or they're celebrating their wickedness, whatever it is. But on that day, I'll start killing. You know, over 500 or more you could check around the world, or more than that for that day. You know, the Lord is bringing judgment on the face of the earth. You know, so imagine for the pagan holiday when they coming up to that pagan holiday, Christmas. How much killing them going to be an trend that they like to break in house and rob and steal this again money to buy things for their children, and especially these jakes. So the Lord ha all these heathens waiting and preparing to kill them out. You know, and all this going to lead to race wars. All these things going to lead to famine. All these things going to lead to all hell breaking loose, especially when Esau know that, hey, you know, because the Lord Kanye was to bring it out. So everybody questioning now, who's the real Jews? Who's the real Jews? Why have we bring it up? You know, it's a big scene, and they're trying to take out, you know, Adidas and Balenciaga and all them pulling away from the contract, whatever it is, where you make with them, and he know millionaire, billionaire again. But I didn't really say shit on time on the Lord, because unless you give up all, you know, as the Lord was told dealing with the young rich ruler, you give up all and walk to and walk in a straight path, you know, come out in the highways and byways as a normal man, you know, you can have how much cameras after you or behind you, in front of you, or the social media, wherever you just don't give a fuck, because you focusing on what your salvation. You focusing on something where you know you can live for eternity, for eternal, you know, forever. You have an everlasting life in this truth. Because what you drink the water of which is the word, you know, faith in your washing your shy, you gonna have eternal life. You eat of that bread and drink of that blood, you know, of that wine, you know. And the Lord said, this is my wine. This is the wine, you know. And everything representing your word. The way Lord said, eat the rule, but get sweet in your mouth and bitter in your belly. And this is what going on deliver you and have you to know to function in that time. Because why? The Lord give you the blueprint. You know how to function, how to operate. You ain't gonna be as a nigga have all this money and go and play dice around outside killers and robbers and murderers. Come on, man. You know, we know as men of the Lord, you know, we know wisdom and knowledge going to be the stability at the time, because why? We eat the book, we eat the instructions. So when that time we will know how to move and how to move quick, how to operate quick, how to function, you know. We making it a part of our life, our daily life, you know, pushing the Lord work and you know, hopefully that, you know, the elect, you know, seal out by 2020. I see it by 2024, 2023, you know, and we out of here, because we seeing it happening. I just saying that, just bringing it out in our side. I just saying that the Lord coming 2023 or 2024. I say hopefully, because you know, men like to bring it across like, you know, you're prophesying some, you know, and hey, as we seen it through the Spirit, we measure any time. So that why we will get that time. It could be next year or year after next year or the year after that year. But we know it's very soon. It's very soon. We've seen all these chariot sightings, all these uproars of people, all these earthquake and with all these storms, all these beasts, these beasts at the field eating, and these dogs eating on people, and we've seen a lot of things. People getting there's a lot of killings and hearts and many waxing cold. We've seen it. We at that time we've seen it. So you know. So we expect it's like this. We expecting Yahweh Hashem and Shai to come and deliver his sin and bring judgment to Babylon the Great, because we seen, you know, Putin, you know, he ain't bluffing. He about pressing and up. He about shooting off them nuclears, and the Lord, you know, he is among set of kings and take down kings. He controlled all these kings. You know, Yahweh Hashem and Shai. Same way we had in Pharaoh had, you know, the same way we had in Putin had. You know, so hey, going back to the name of the video, I really mentioned in the beginning, but all these rappers, you know, will buy the dust. All these rappers will buy the dust, you know. So, hope the video edifying through the Spirit. I have Hashem Yoshai. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakodash. Double honors once again to the elders and the apostles of great men soon who rule well. Salutation to the Yakiyam who pushing the truth in sincerity to the four corners of the earth. To the one two Aquats who listening and learn. To the Aquats who listen and learn and being obedient to the husband. You know. Hope this video is edifying again to the spread of power Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom, 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 ababa ball. You know, and that Esau and to serve our people because they just ain't gonna repent. Shalom.